So let's get into this. Landry Locker, John Lopez, Figgy Fig with you. We got to have this conversation. I mean, we have to. So we've talked about D'Amico, CJ, tomato, doesn't matter. They're both on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last game we're going to see. Unless Pittsburgh wins 2 straight playoff games, that's the last game we're going to see Bobby Slowick call as offensive coordinator of the Texans, right?
I didn't think so, but now I do. Now I do.
You remember LeVar Ball, Big Baller brand with the 3 Bs?
Whatever happened to that?
The 3B shirt?
Yeah.
I think he has like a bunch of extras in the attic. He should pull those out. Bye-bye, Bobby.
Bye-bye, Bobby.
Bye-bye, Bobby. My Big Baller brand shirt is now bye-bye.
Your work here is not done yet.
It's a good problem to have, but that
was his going away party.
Dude, he was in his bag.
It was a clinic.
I mean, no, it's easy sometimes. Like when a quarterback plays good, you say, "Oh, look at Bobby Slowick. Look what he did." Nah, that was a perfect mix of CJ, Bobby, just perfection. And quite frankly, I don't want to say we knew it because we didn't anticipate it to be as easy as it was. And make no mistake about it. Dak Prescott threw for 400 yards yesterday. That was a raggedy-ass, mop-up duty, janitor-like performance. He was trash, and he threw for 400 yards. C.J. Stroud threw for about 250?
276.
274, 276. Yeah. He could have thrown for 500.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, that they let off the gas. They scored 2 touchdowns on defense. If he needed to throw for 500, he would have thrown for 500.
And that, like I said, that one play was the one that stood out. But remember last week?
I like the fake to Singletary after the first drive.
That's what I'm talking about.
But remember how confident Bobby Slowick was last week? That's what I was talking about.
Remember when he was talking about he likes to keep it pure progression to simplify it for C.J. Stroud. In other words, let's say you're going to your right. Boom, and then a little to your left, just go make it a pure progression, get the ball out of your hands. That play to Nico Collins was the exact opposite of that. Like, he went from over here, everybody going to the right, to a complete throwback to Nico Collins. He had Devin Singletary averaging 5 yards a carry despite just 13 carries, including a touchdown and a couple of big key plays.
An FU touchdown.
It was an FU touchdown. He had that beautiful play for Dalton Schultz that he set up. Like, I want to say 3 or 4 plays earlier. I mean, it was like that was a clinic that Bobby Slowick put on.
No, it was an absolute clinic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was total beast mode. It was impressive. And his press conference last week, and this got a lot of people gassed up in the locker room on YouTube. Dude, the guy looked confident. He's the one who said 4. We were trying to extend this to 4 games. 3 now, sir.
Yeah.
And he just you looked at him and it was like, this dude looks pretty confident. Like, what does he know? Does he know something that I don't know?
Well,
Apparently he did.
He did. Yeah.
Apparently he did.
And really, the offensive line is part of the equation too. Like, to be able to do what he's done, and I know Chris Strasser, we don't talk about him a lot.
The O-line coach.
I get all that. But to be able to dial up those plays with a makeshift line, and it's still a makeshift line. It's not the one that they thought they were going to have. I mean, Juice Scruggs was mauling fools. I mean, Scruggs had a great game.
Dude, he didn't allow pressure.
Yes, he had a great game. What year is he?
He's a rook.
That's right.
And he was also supposed to be a center. Oh, and he also missed the first 12 weeks of the season.
Yeah, so all of that combined means, if you're visionary and forward thinking, you hire Bobby Slowick. You hire Bobby Slowick as a head coach.
Yeah, and then for hopefully D'Amico Ryans is like Kyle Shanahan, and I think and you just keep churning these assistants.
How's that Shanahan offense been going so far? Pretty dang good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's nice to have back.
Pretty dang good.
It's nice to have back, and everybody's just kind of feeling it right now. Nick Caserio, You see him gassed up,
dude.
He almost broke my hand.
He almost tackled Devin Singletary in the tunnel.
Yeah, dude. The Nick Caserio, the slap on the back, it hurts, dude. It hurts. But I was sitting by the locker room, so I decided to go down early because I wanted to avoid the silliness. I was actually in the elevator with Peter King. And Peter King was talking.
C.J. Stroud.
Oh, he was talking. Peter King was just saying all kinds of good stuff about Slowick. He's like, CJ's phenomenal, but those wide receivers, there wasn't anyone within 5 yards of them. That's Slowick game plan. He was going out on that. But I'm sitting by the locker room, took some popcorn down there. I was just eating popcorn, waiting.
I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but it's okay.
I had a bag of popcorn. So I was just chilling.
Hey, let's go to the locker room. Cool, I'll bring the popcorn.
Well, I mean, I threw it away. I had it eaten before they got there.
I know.
But I was eating my popcorn, and Nick Caserio, you know how they let the coaches down after the game? They're the first ones to go down the elevator. Nick Caserio's running out, and he's like, F them. And I'm just like sitting there like, this dude's wired up. He sees me, and he's jogging, and he puts his fist out, and I'm like, all right, I got to dab Caserio up, I guess, because it's just like, whatever. Dude, he punched the hell out of my wrist, bone on bone. I was like, "Damn, man! Maybe he's taking out his aggression. You know what? You can take out your aggression.
Yeah.
We've been critical of you at times.
I've been looking for you.
I hate it. How's that for a Silicon Valley reference? You big P word." But hey, he was wired up, and he deserves it, man.
In the tunnel, he was knocking down dudes.
Because
congratulating him.
The other thing about this is that, like. And in our business, like we talk, so we're very reactionary. You try to bring as much information, nuance as you can, but we're very reactionary, and we always like to talk about. And we started this segment off like talking about the reason why.
Yeah.
Like why this, like who's the main reason, all that type of stuff. Yeah, you know, power rankings, all that crap. Like we talk CJ, we talk D'Amico. I mean, you can go back to the draft that Caserio had. You can talk about the in-season additions that he's added that this is not possible with. Like, just every layer that you need in order to put a good football team out there and put a team that people can be proud of. Like, they cover every area of it. Off-season signings, free agents. Like, they signed Singletary. They signed Schultz to the one-year deals.
Yep.
Derek Barnett's out there making plays. He wasn't even on the roster at the beginning. Will Anderson's out there gutting it up. Jonathan Grenard, you came in, you developed him. Christian Harrod. Like, every single element that you can have. Nico Collins is having the best year of his career. He's like everything is there. Everything's, man, that dude.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's nuts, man.
Just so you know, he's crazy.
I mean, we've talked to him, and he's like, he's real like laid back.
Yeah.
But on a football field, he's a psycho.
Yeah. Oh,
he is an absolute psycho.
Yeah. Did you mention Steven Nelson?
Hey, Steven Nelson.
He could have easily said, bleep that guy.
I'm
not signing him.
And I think Caserio deserves credit for that.
Yes.
The silliness that was
the vest and all that stuff.
Steven Nelson, the vest, the drama, all that. Caserio handled it. Got him in. Steven Nelson's been consistent, and he's been available throughout the year. And I'll tell you this, he's been hurt. That dude has been playing hurt. And I thought it was good to see Steven Nelson. And we'll hear the call on that. You don't want to miss that when we go through the best sounds coming up. But I thought it was nice to see, because you talk about guts and glory, I thought it was nice to see Steven Nelson's guts get rewarded with some glory and him find the end zone.
For sure.
I was happy about that.
For sure.
It's just a good vibe right now. And the biggest takeaway for me is I went into Saturday thinking maybe they have a chance to win a playoff game. And I left that stadium saying maybe they have a chance to go further than they've ever gone in their entire history.
It's almost like you don't want to believe it because you've been beaten down or had bad luck ultimately for 20-whatever years. I'm telling you, believe it. It is the perfect group at the top, and you've got the perfect quarterback to lead this team. You've got a coach that helps these guys play beyond their means, so to speak. We're not used to that, but get used to it.